hey officials, so in addition to our static stretching, another great routine, especially in the pregame, is to get a good dynamic warm-up. So the importance of a dynamic warm-up is that we're still gonna start slowly, but we're really gonna begin to warm the muscles up and prepare for that really high intensity workout that we get on the field. So we're gonna go through a series of movements. We're gonna spend about 30 seconds on each movement. You can do it at whatever pace is comfortable. So if you did your static stretching in the locker room, this would be really great when we get onto the field. Start to warm up just like the athletes do. So we're gonna start with high knees. Whether your pace is here, we're aiming to have that knee break the plane of our hips. You wanna try and work up to the point where we start to bring that heart rate up. Staying light on the feet, pointing your toes down, and getting a good kick off the ground nice and high. This shouldn't just be a regular walk or a march in place. Next motion we're gonna go to is butt kickers. So we stay light on the feet. You really wanna focus, and even if you put your hands behind your back, you're aiming to have your heels go right into your glutes. So, switching back and forth, you should already feel that heart rate coming up, and then that's gonna take you into our next dynamic warm-up. We're gonna do nice, big arm circles, continue to march the feet. So again, the pace is all about your comfort level. The reason this is different from our static, you can reverse it halfway through, is that now we're incorporating active movements to get us more dynamic and warmed up. Our next activity is going to be the leg swing. So a lot of times I like to use a fence at the field. What we're going to do, you're going to stand perpendicular, take one leg, and complete your swings. This can be for time. Normally I like to do anywhere from 10 to 20. But I really try to keep that chest upright, nice and engaged. And then you're gonna switch sides. So again, just using this for some balance, but really you should be aiming to keep your core engaged and have the motion be focused on your hips. You're then gonna switch, face towards the table or the gate. You're now going to complete that swing in front of the body. Find a position that allows you to stay upright and not hunch over. Nice big swing from side to side, switching legs. Again, aiming for about 10 to 20 to get your hips nice and warmed up. You can also then step out and do open the gate and close the gate, whether that be alternating sides or staying to one side. Core is engaged, we're staying up nice and tall. We're doing a good range of motion here. In our static stretching, we did a lot of focus on the hamstrings. So actively to warm those up, we're gonna take a step out and also engage the parts of our torso and do a big hamstring scoop. So putting one foot forward, dipping nice and low so you get that hamstring stretch, but then coming upright and getting a nice big stretch throughout. So you can do this walking forward, you can hold it in place, but this movement is really gonna help get the body engaged and start that warm-up process. Our next few, we're gonna come down to the ground. So hands are gonna be as if you're starting a push-up. We're not gonna do push-ups right now. We're gonna do what's known as the groiner. So you go into that high plank position. You're gonna bring opposite foot to opposite hand. Nice big twist up and away. So as that foot comes up by the hand, you should already be feeling that stretch through the groin. And then we're just getting a nice mobility exercise here. There's also the option here, if you feel like you need a little more speed or you want this to be more dynamic, you can also volley between the movements. You can cut the twist out, but really start to work on that powerful motion and getting that good stretch through the groin. Our next few are gonna be in tabletop position, like so. First is thread the needle. So we're gonna stay to one side. We're gonna shoot the arm through our other arm, Let yourself twist and sink the shoulder towards the ground. Come up with a big up and away. Good time to practice your glove hand too, so you're ready for the field. So, shoot through, let your shoulder sink. Big twist up and away. So we're gonna stay on one side. You can do it for time, 20 to 30 seconds, maybe 3 to 5, and then we're gonna switch. Next hand plants. Again, we come through, let the shoulders sink. Big twist up and away. No need to rush through our dynamics. We want to be warmed up, but we also want to have effective use of our muscles throughout. Next, we have cat-cow. This is where we get into the animal section of our dynamics. So normal tabletop, everything is pretty aligned. We've got our nice 90 degrees. To perform this, cat is just like a cat that gets upset. We're gonna arch our back, really push through the shoulders. For cow, we're gonna let our hips sink. Let that belly come loose, lower back comes down, and we're just gonna alternate back and forth between those two movements. So let the torso get warmed up, use that activity to get things nice and loose. Deep, easy breathing here. Really get that oxygen delivery to all of our muscles before we get out onto the field. Now our next one, because we are in our animal section, is gonna be the bird dog. So we're gonna keep that nice tabletop. This one we are gonna maintain our nice core shape. We're just gonna alternate, lifting opposite hand, opposite foot. So this is a good opportunity to get that core engagement as we're moving our limbs. This is a good time to practice nice crisp signals. But we're really gonna start to engage multiple muscle groups as we go through. We're gonna take a seat from here, go into our hip rolls. So you can start with your feet out in front. We're gonna have both knees go over to one direction. Plant your hands behind you. Maintain facing forward. We're again just focusing on that very mobile ball and socket joint of your hip and getting all of those accessory muscles warmed up around it. We want good mobility here because we are planning to be active on the field. Last part of our dynamic warm-up, we want to get ready to be on the turf running. So we're going to hit the turf with our partners. This is a good time to take that warm-up lap, going across and back. Finding that comfortable jog pace. Also a great idea, we have those field markers. Maybe for half, we do a lateral shuffle before we bring it back. Good opportunity to get some karaoke with our lateral movement. Don't forget to incorporate back pedal and quick pivots, but really take that opportunity to get into the movements that we're going to use on the field.